Last week was one to remember for the Forest-Park-Trojan football team, who punched their ticket to the state semifinals in 8-man football with a statement win over one of their biggest rivals. MyUP Sports' Tor Thorne caught up with the team this week as they continue their quest towards a state title.
In the final week of the regular season, the Forest-Park-Trojans were handed their first defeat of the season by a familiar foe in the North Central Jets. Just 2 weeks later, the teams met again in regional finals, this time with the Trojans defeating the Jets for the first time since 2018.
We knew after 2 weeks ago that North Central was a good team, well coached, aggressive. They came out and they took it to us that first on. The score was close, but overall they took it to us. They brought us back to earth. They brought us back to reality a little bit, which ultimately turned out to be the best thing possible. I think that Thursday before last Friday's game was probably the best practice we had. The intensity, the seniors taking over, your leaders stepping up. So yeah, it was awesome to see the kids come out and respond, and put on a show, especially for themselves, but especially for the community, for the school, for all the fans.
Obviously a little nervous because we lost that game, but I knew we prepared the week before, and I was confident in our game plan, and we were all ready. We all wanted revenge, so we wanted to get a better taste in our mouth like that. So we were ready and prepared. We knew we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, not doing to our max capability or whatever, but we just came next week ready for everything.
With a 1-point lead at halftime, the Trojans held the Jets scoreless in the second half. Offensively, Forest Park was dominant in the ground game, highlighted by a 4-touchdown performance from sophomore Dax Hookey as the Trojans cruised to a 34-12 win.
We all came to play. I mean, our line, our corners, our backers, we all had the same mentality, and we came in. Our line 8, they blocked, they came out and blocked just how they needed to and came out, and we're all ready for that. I had a couple little clues and hints that I was gonna get the ball a couple of times, but I don't know. I was ready and I was up for that. I mean, it felt good beating them. It was, like I said, the worst taste I've ever felt. Losing them the first time. So I was ready to do whatever it takes.
And yeah, going into that game Friday, we told Dax that he was going to be our feature guy, and we kind of shied away from him a little bit in the first half. But we got on the locker room, saw how many carries he had, saw what was going on, and said, now's your time, Dax, and here you go. Just the growth is unbelievable. I watched him as an 8th grader, and he barely got tackled. He made everyone miss. He was the fastest one out there. Just the most developed athlete on the field. So coming into high school, you're playing against some 18-year-olds sometimes, and last year he grew immensely as a freshman, getting a lot of minutes on, and coming into this year, we kind of thought we were gonna have to rely on him, and it was nice having Grayson being a senior leader in the backfield, and then Dax was able to fill in and kind of stay behind the scenes for a while here, and then Grayson goes down and gave Dax his opportunity.
After celebrating the big win, though, it was right back to work for the team this week as they prep for a tough challenge in Onekama in state semifinals.
That was the message after the game. We're going to enjoy this one, Friday night, probably Saturday as well. But then once you guys show up Monday, it's Onekama. It's the next opponent. We were lucky. We lost week 9, which is regular season. We had another chance. We had another chance to play North Central. This time of the year, there's no second chances. You win or you go home, and it's up to them now. We can coach. We can do coach talk all we want, and it's up to the kids now to perform.
As they look to continue their run, the Trojans will continue to have the benefit of home field and the Crystal Falls community at their back as they prepare to host their 4th straight home game.
It's made a difference with all the support, everyone coming in. It obviously feels good to play on home field and everything, but I think it just feels good doing it in front of our hometown people. Everyone that wants to support us and wants to watch the games, and they can all see it without having to take a 6-hour drive or whatever it is.
It is absolutely unbelievable. We lost that game to North Central week 9, and I had an idea that we'd still get to host at least a couple games, but having the opportunity to host a semifinal game, it's unbelievable. It's something that's never happened at school here before. You're typically a semifinal game's a neutral site, and you're not allowed to play at home. But since the 8-man game started, we're playing at home, and it's great. You should sleep in your own bed the night before. I think guys will be out hunting Friday before practice and maybe a little bit after practice. So it's just a cool thing to be able to be at home, to be in front of our fans, and I know they're going to be out, guys are everyone's going to come in from deer camp. I have a feeling there's going to be a big crowd there, and it's a huge advantage for us.